Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of RuneSecrets, the series in which we delve into the mysteries of RuneScape lore. I'm your fallback host, Amascut, here to talk about a fairly old piece of lore given some new life thanks to a fascinating new reveal from the Menaphos Insiders. Today, we'll be digging into the Order of Slayers, their purpose, and the strange machine under Pollnivneach. So let's start at the beginning. During the quest Smoking Kills, Amascut, disguised as a woman named Simona, tries to send you into the Pollnivneach dungeon to die to her creatures. However, thanks to the intervention of your cat and a long-dead Slayer Master named Cadillacs, we survive and thwart her plans. Cadillacs' origins and his death have long been a bit shrouded, though. He died in the dungeon near the strange machine, but what was he doing there, and why? How did he become a Slayer Master? Furthermore, what is the strange machine even for? This is where our new Menaphos Insiders image comes into play. For a while now, thanks to Pollnivneach and Shiloh Village and Smoking Kills, we've been aware that the Slayers are related to Amascut, but this image is the first confirmation we've had that Amascut was their founder. So let's go ahead and dig into this image, the juicy lore inside of it, and go panel by panel to talk about what we learn. In panel 1, we see 6 Slayers around Amascut, already with her destruction symbol behind her, as she is possibly promoting them, according to the caption. Already, I've got some strong ideas from this one. This is Amascut, in her destruction and corrupted form, trying to use others to sate her appetite for destruction. She's acting fairly sane still, seemingly, and is sending out Slayer Masters to destroy creatures. The title of the panel, Amascut Founding the Order, is a big addition as well. This is further augmented by Pollnivneach and Shiloh Village. When first added to the game, the NPC contact spell called him Disciple of the Devourer. It stands to reason that perhaps each Slayer Master is put in place by Amascut herself, be it in disguise or fully revealed. Interestingly, Pollnivneach, when you speak to him after while Guthix sleeps, even tells you that he is here to replace Duradel to send both you and he on the path of destruction. When your player asks why and is very curious, Pollnivneach replies, "His time is over for now. The time of the Devourer approaches. If you slay in her name, your fate will be less harsh." When your player goes, "I had thought there were no followers of the Devourer outside of the desert, or that they're long since gone," Pollnivneach finishes by saying, "I am pleased to say she is on the ascent once more." As before, this is a fairly old piece of lore, though, and it makes these reveals even more interesting. Now, in panel 2, we see 3 of the original Masters battling demons using golems to help them. Cadillacs is among them. We now have confirmation that Cadillacs was among the first of the Slayer Masters, and was certainly part of many of the original Slayer discoveries. In panel 3, things get a little more exciting. Cadillacs, standing alone, has discovered Amascut's machine. He has not damaged it, according to the caption, but in this image it is clear that it is a portal of some sort. From Simona's dialogue after Smoking Kills, we can pretty accurately understand what the machine is for. She says, when asked about the creatures in the dungeon, "They are monsters. So they are fit only for slaying. With no thoughts of an afterlife, they live a simple life of kill and be killed. You should strive for such an existence, for therein lies happiness." This means, to me, that the machine is a portal, perhaps to the underworld. Amascut is using the machine to create creatures, or perhaps summon them, and then sending them across the land. This also can help explain why the Slayer dungeon has portals to the Fremnik Slayer dungeon. It maybe even explains the temporal nature of the dungeon itself, because when you enter it, you are heading east, but the dungeon itself travels west. Clearly, Amascut is using her machine to spread creatures across the world, and then is using her masters to help create destruction. Kill or be killed. In panel 4, we see the end of the Order. Cadillacs is noticeably missing from the Slayer Masters leaving, making it likely that he has indeed been slain by Amascut at this time. In panel 3, we saw the Banshee slowly moving towards Cadillacs, and now it means that he's likely dead. I think that the other Masters found Cadillacs' body, perhaps following his trail, found the machine and destroyed it, and then buried him in a lake, and are now leaving, having discovered Amascut's evil. However, in panel 5, we see the Ranged Master from the previous panels training a new apprentice. The Order lives on, even after the other Masters have left. They're battling a strange snake-like demon as well, something we've not seen in-game. It seems very likely to me that after the other Masters split, each of them created their own little factions and have started training their own apprentices. Finally, the 6th panel is destroyed, and unfortunately tells us nothing. The information on there must have been particularly important to Amascut somehow. I don't know if we'll ever find out, though. So, let's go ahead and summarize. Amascut founded the Order of Slayers after her corruption into the Devourer. Using the machine under Pollnivneach, she unleashed waves of creatures across the world, and used her slayers to destroy them. This destruction fueled Amascut in some way. Could it be worship? Cadillacs, during his wanderings to destroy creatures, discovered Amascut's machine, but was killed by a banshee sent by Amascut herself. She cursed his soul, forcing him to remain on the world. The other masters in the Order followed his trail somehow, found his body and the machine, destroying it, and burying Cadillacs back at his home in Ulick. Feeling betrayed by Amascut, they left the Order behind, but the art of Slayer continued to be passed down over time. While Amascut still maintains some control over the art Lapalok and herself installed as masters, it is not as connected to her as it once was. I'm sure we'll learn even more when Menaphos launches on June 5th, but until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode of RuneSecrets. If you have anything you'd like to see us explore in the future, let us know in the comment section below, or connect with us in-game or on Twitter. If you like this content, please be sure to let us know, and subscribe and like if you'd like to see more like this. Thanks for watching!